you too much, now I'm swallowed.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I am teaching you guys how to do a cut crease. I did it really simple. It's really nothing too drastic, nothing too glam. It's very soft, very natural. This whole look I got from the Chartist Pro palette. Now I got this a while ago, and I've used it since then, but I've never used it on here, I think, or at least I haven't. But yes, I'm planning on doing another complete and total like a nighttime look with this palette because there are so many freaking beautiful colors. You can get so many looks just from this palette. And don't forget to check out all my social media links. They will be down below. And if you weren't here for last video, I am starting a vlog series on Friday called Fitness Fridays, and it'll be pretty much a fitness diary on my journey of losing weight. And I really hope you guys come and hang out with me on it. So yes, that is it. Let's get into the tutorial. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you next time. Bye. So for my primer, I'm going to be using the Becca Evermatte Poreless Primer. It's so freaking amazing. And for my foundation, I'm going to be using the MAC Pro Longwear Foundation in NC40. Now, the spatula that I'm using is actually by Beauty Blender. It's like so you don't have to blend the foundations on the back of your hand. It's actually really amazing. And it comes with this cute little spatula. So then, to blend it out, I'm going to be using a blue fluty blender. That's what I like to call the fake beauty blenders. But yeah, I'm just gonna, blend it in normally how you would with any other beauty blender, but yeah. So for my concealer, I decided to switch it up today. I'm gonna not use my Tarte Shape Tape. I know, let's just take a minute. Okay, so I'm actually using the Maybelline Age Rewind. I used to use this a lot until I got the Shape Tape, so I just decided to, go back and see why I fell in love with it so much. And honestly, this stuff is really amazing. I really, really, really like it for like brightening the under eyes. And lately, my under eyes have been crazy. They've been something.
All of the pain seems to follow.
Okay, so I've actually been baking my face a little bit differently. I'm still using the same powder, the e.l.f. HD powder, but I'm going to pick it up on my beauty blender. I'm going to put it on the normal spaces, like under your eyes, but then I'm going to take it and I'm actually going to put it on my chin, all around my nose, and then a little bit on my forehead. I found that doing this actually helps me stay more matte throughout the day because the places that I am baking actually are the places that I get the most oily throughout the whole day. Okay, so to set that primer on my eyelids, I'm going in with Classic, and it's just a normal white shadow. For the brush, I'm using just a typical Real Techniques eyeshadow brush. With a Morphe R40, I'm going into the color Bold, and it's kind of like an oatmeal-y shade, and I'm using that as my transition tone. I'm really not going too heavy with this color. I'm really just dusting it on the eyes because we're going to go in with some more peachy shades. Okay, so I'm just going to remove the bake from my chin, nose, and forehead, but I'm going to leave the bake under my eyes so it can continue baking my concealer and catch any fallout that may come. So for some reason today, when I was trying to blend it off of my forehead, I just kept seeing a white cast of the powder. Now looking at it, I don't really see it, but at the time I did, so I don't know. So now to deepen my crease, I'm picking up the color Innocent on the same Morphe R40. This is my absolute favorite shade in the whole freaking palette. This color is so, so beautiful. I use it in every single look I do with this palette. It's just my immediate go-to. I love it so much. So using the same fluffy brush I used to wipe off my bake before, I'm just going to wipe off the bake under my eyes because we're pretty much done with the shadow. I'm just going to go in and start the cut crease now.
I'm a fool while you're breaking rules. Dangerous path that I follow.
So to do my cut crease, I'm using Urban Decay's Primer Potion in Eden. And I'm just going to take a little bit of primer off on a lip brush, and I'm going to start cutting my crease.
So really carefully, I'm trying my best to draw the straightest line possible in kind of like a dome shape. And at the very end, I'm gonna kind of wing it out like I'm trying to do a winged liner. And I'm just going to drag it down back to my lash line, and I'm going to fill in the rest. I really hope that made sense. So really carefully, I'm going to do my best to drag it back to the inner corner of my eye, still keeping the shape of the little dome part.
Pain seems to follow.
So for my pop of color, I'm going to be using the color Glam. And the whole reason why we put the primer down first is so that color can really have its moment. Because if I did not put the primer down and I attempted to cut the crease with just the shadow, the color would still appear, but it wouldn't appear as radiant and beautiful. I'm just using a basic eyeshadow brush, but I'm really packing on that color so you can really see that pop.
As I bleed for you, cry for you, oh, oh. Let me bleed. As I bleed for you, cry for you, oh, oh. Let me bleed.
Okay, with just an Avanti blending brush, I'm going back into the color Innocent, and I'm just trying to make that line not look as harsh as it looks right now. For some reason, I didn't really like it, so I'm just trying to make it look just a tiny bit more blended, but still cut, if that makes sense. Okay, so for the cut crease, when you do a wing liner, you want to get the thinnest line possible. So for that, I'm using my e.l.f. black liner brush. It doesn't really have any type of special name. Now, I've said before that I absolutely hate doing a wing with this liner, but I am really trying to make it work because this absolutely does give me the thinnest line I could ever ask for. Okay, with my Anastasia brow definer, I'm going to go in and do my brows. As usual, I'm just going to brush them out and fill in any little bald spots that I might have. Also note, I finally did my eyebrows, so little applause for me. Woohoo!
While you're breaking rules, dangerous path that I follow. Oh, go on, just do what you do. And it hurts.
For my lashes, I'm going to be using the Kiss lashes in Posh. And I'm also using the same Kiss glue, and the tweezers I got are from Ulta. So I think I've said this before, but when I do my lashes, what I normally do is I plop them down first, like right in the middle, and then I go ahead and I secure the tail, and I secure the top half. If you guys want to see a more in-depth tutorial on how I put on my lashes, I will gladly do it. As always, to warm up the face, I'm going to be using the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I'm picking up the shade Somber. And, you know, per usual, I'm just going to dust it on my cheekbones, my jaw, my forehead, my chin, and just a little bit down the sides of my nose.
All of the pain seems to follow, like a shadow dark and cold to the touch. Am I insane not to let go?
For my blush, I'm going to be using the Tarte Amazonian blush in Party. I got it as a birthday gift from Sephora. For my highlighter now, I'm going to be going in the Tarte Pro Glow palette, and I'm picking up the shade Stunner. This shade is by far my favorite. It used to be lit, but this one just took its place. So for my highlighter, I just put it on the tops of my cheeks, underneath my brow bone, above the arch, down my nose, and just a tad bit on my chin. So I find with all highlighters in general, if I take my finger and I put it on, the tip of my nose, the bridge of my nose, and my Cupid's bow, the color pops a lot more and it's just as blinding. For my lips, I'm going in with Kat Von D Lolita. This is my all-time favorite liquid lipstick color. This is definitely an everyday corally summer shade for me. I love it so much. To set my face, I'm using the Urban Decay De-Slick Spray. This stuff is so freaking amazing, and it smells so good. And here we are once again, trying to look professional. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I had such a good time making it. Don't forget to subscribe and check out my social media links down below. And also hit that bell so you can be notified whenever I post a new video. Thanks for hanging out, guys. You're my favorite. Bye!